All right, everyone. I got one of our clients here. His name is Daniel, that he's actually been working with us for quite a while, and I wanted him to share his thoughts on working with us. Daniel, what's one of the main reasons you decided wanted to work with us? We have companies that are always looking everywhere to work with other clients, but you decided to work with us specifically. What was one of the reasons that you chose us over any other company?
Man, I wanted to work with you because, I heard your story. Like I saw your ad on Instagram, obviously. And at that point, like in my life, like I didn't have a job. I was living in Latin America. I was living off credit cards actually.
Wow.
And I studied, credit cards off YouTube, all that stuff. I heard about funding companies. I was like, I could do this. And then just one day, pretty much magically, I saw your ad. And, we got on that call and the rest is pretty much history, you know?
I love it. I love it. What are the things that you were looking for? What was the reason why you wanted to join us? Like, what were you trying to fix? What is it that you needed? What was the main thing that drove you to, okay, let me work with Javi. I think I could do this.
I just wanted like guidance and structure, really. Like I'm very much like don't try and invent something brand new from the ground up, like figure out everything. Like Javi figured out most of this already, right? Like a lot of this stuff, Javi got down pretty good. So there's no point in wasting all this time trying to figure it out yourself when, you had it. So I like that, like having paths I could follow, like things that I know would work, having KPIs and just data on if this is working, this is what this will look like. If it's not working, this is what this will look like. So you're able to troubleshoot things inside of your business.
Very, very, very wise, man. Is there any other particular thing that you decided to join? Was it you feel like you needed more of the marketing, maybe the ads, maybe sales, maybe fulfillment? What part of the aspect that you feel like you needed help? Because you're a pretty intelligent guy.
Everything,
So
bro. Everything, bro. Everything. I didn't know nothing. Like when we started, I think I told you that I had a funding company, but I just like talked to people and helped them with credit. Like I
yeah,
really
yeah, I
did.
remember. I remember. So
I
you
didn't
needed
know
help with all
any-
aspect of the business.
literally like I was like, all right, business in a box. Like this sounds good, right?
This
Like
is
because I didn't want to go back to work. Like I didn't want to go back to like a 9 to 5. And I got like, I had like 70K in 0% credit cards when, we were talking. I was living off half of it. And, I used the rest to get the business going. But, now, I haven't had to go work a job. I have my own office. I get to work with my best friends.
That's
So
beautiful, bro. And I remember you had like a unique offer as well, so that's pretty cool. Um, do you feel like the stuff that you learn is difficult, like running ads, managing a team, getting clients results, being creative, being almost like a contentpreneur in a way? Do you feel like all those things were very difficult to grasp? What was your journey through that?
I mean, yeah, man, it's hard. It ain't easy. It really isn't easy to do all this. You think it's easy. You see everyone on Instagram like yelling and
Of
doing all this
course.
stuff. And you think, oh man, this all looks easy. And then you actually start doing it and you're like, oh, I made a website. All right, now I gotta get people to go to the website. Now I gotta get people to get on my calendar. Now I have a team. I gotta make sure that, they're following everything properly. So it's not easy, but like you have guidance for whatever you need, right? So you don't want to, you just don't want to be blind when you're doing something. You don't want to go onto a sales call and just do it willy-nilly. You want to make sure that, okay, I'm following this structure. If it doesn't work out, I got to rewatch it and figure out, hey, why didn't they buy? Or if you can't get someone funded, you have to figure out, okay, why can't you do it? And then just improve your processes. So there isn't really like anything that's like super extremely difficult, but I'll say that it's very useful to have resources. Like in the community, I've met a lot of people, networked pretty well. And that also was able to take my business to the next level. So where people, where you don't have a strength, you find someone who has that strength. Where, you have that strength, you can help someone else. And, you don't look at it as much as competition. There's enough for everyone to eat in this industry. And, with your community, you can find really good people to work with.
No, that's amazing, bro. Do you feel like you would have done it by yourself, or you feel like you needed our help, or maybe it would have taken you longer to get the same results?
I'll be honest, man. Like I don't think I would have been able to do this by myself. Like
Oh
just to be
man.
straight up, because it's like there's so much stuff on YouTube, like and just like you see there's a bunch of people trying to be like, hey, I'll teach you how to run a funding business now.
Yeah.
But like I see like some people and like their numbers aren't as good. Like
And I
I
see it all the time. The other day, some guy was just asking me a question about my program because he wanted to pretty much copy me. I'm like, it's crazy how in the 2 years I've been doing this, I've seen so many people saying, "I will scale your funding company." Yeah, so that's the problem with the industry, bro. Man, you saw that I was probably one of the only first guys to just start promoting that offer. Speaking of that, what would you say to somebody who's probably seen me a couple times on the ads and still haven't taken action? They're probably thinking about it and they're like, and they just need that push over the fence. What would you say to somebody to, give them over the fence and maybe join our program?
I mean, you can keep watching the ads, but nothing's gonna happen, man. Like nothing will happen. You got to take action. Like that's the thing. I like you because you take action. Like when
Yeah,
you know that you got to do something, you do it. And
of
that's
course,
you have to do in business to be successful. You're just not going to, it's not going to magically fall in your lap. I mean, in the beginning, I thought, I've seen funding was a lot easier, right? A few years
of
ago. Like
course,
you can go wherever and like get some decent approvals. Now it's a little harder.
of course,
You really got to be viewed as an expert, not just viewed, you have to be an expert to deliver really good results for your clients.
of course.
And you're not going to get that by yourself going off YouTube, going off Insta Reels. You're just not going to get that. Like you need to have, I think, accountability. Like that's a
Huge.
major thing too. Once you sign up, you're like, okay, this is what I got to do.
Yeah, yeah, true. It's a big commitment.
Yeah. But worth every cent. Like, if I didn't join, I don't know what I'd be doing right now. I'd probably be working some normal job.
That's unbelievable, bro. I'm glad that you're getting the ball rolling. You got an office. You're able to hire your boys. It's a beautiful beautiful life. Anything else you want to say before we wrap it up? What one thing that you would like to say to maybe a past self, like somebody that's in your exact position right now and now is looking at this video? What's something that you would tell that person?
Just move fast and take it seriously, like from the
Mm,
beginning. Just really, just whatever you have to do it quick and just start running ads. Start talking with people. Like you should be doing like 100 sales calls a week,
yeah.
like
Oh,
that's
that's another question. Do you think it was hard learning the ad stuff? A lot of people are very intimidated by just looking at the ads manager or even tracking data. Every time we work with a company, they don't even know their own KPIs. They never run an ad before, and they're very like scared of looking at that. What was your experience through that?
I mean, I think like the way I kind of did it was, I had a network where I sold to those people first. And I think
Yep.
that's where you should start. Get some expertise of actually doing some funding under your belt, and then you can go film banger ads once you actually know the problems. Like once you've actually done it, or else you're going to look like everyone else saying, "Hey, business owners with a 700 plus credit score." Like there's a million ads like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Where we've won is just making unique ads that catch people's attention.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that hard. When you have a good ad, you just spend more. Like
But
it's
remind me again, you already knew some of the stuff from ads before joining us, or it was your
No,
first time?
no, no, nothing. I mean, I knew a
Oh,
little
wow.
credit stuff. I knew a little credit stuff. Like, hey, I opened up a LLC and applied for all the cards online.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that
yeah.
was the extent. I didn't know relationship managers. Like, I thought I knew sales, but I really didn't know sales until you're selling your own products. So it's like it's really good to have experience from sales, ads. Find your edge and apply it. Our edge here I would say is sales. We have a very good sales process where we're able to find really qualified people and then match them with our system.
Mm.
So when we find someone like that, it's a very smooth, very easy sales process. You don't need to speak to a billion people if you just have the right targeting with the ads, with your sales process, with that. Then you just have to scale. That's kind of where we're at right now.
Beautiful. So pretty much it is possible. It is hard, but it's definitely possible if you put your time and energy into it. And that's why I like working with people like you, man, because people who are intelligent, people who that really want to get it, they don't give up. If something doesn't work, they book a call with me or they ask me and then they get it done. So that's amazing, bro. But that's pretty much it. I think we got everything that we need, brother. Thank you so much for sharing your experience and working with us. Then when you hit 100K months, we'll have another one and I could send you a trophy, okay?
I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Thank you, Avi.
Awesome.